Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Now we're going to do something known as an engine failure. We're going to practice that, alright? Let's say if you're cruising at 2500 feet and you suddenly lose an engine, what are you going to do? So there's an acronym that I want you to learn.
Okay.
It's known as ABCDE.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. A means for airspeed. As soon as you lose an engine, pitch up to maintain your best gliding airspeed. That's 70 knots. What that does is that's going to give you maximum amount of time in the air. 70 knots is 65 to 70 knots is the best drag to lift ratio that you can get. So you can get maximum horizontal distance up in the air. All right, till you figure out your best place to put down the plane.
Right.
All right. So A, airspeed 70 knots. B, best place to land. You start scouting for the best place to land. Alright, make sure you do not choose any roads which have high electrical cables. Alright, make sure you don't choose any densely populated area. Something like shallow ocean waters or the beach is the best. Okay. C, checklist. There's a checklist which is above 1500 feet and above 1000 feet and below 1000 feet. So above 1000 feet you try and restart the engine. If it fails below 1000 feet you just secure the engine and you just land.
Yeah.
So we're done with C. D, declare. So you're going to declare your emergency on 121.5. You're going to squawk 7700. On 121.5 you're going to say Mayday, 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 21339er. We are approximately 10 nautical miles east of Mammoth and engine failure. And D and E is execute. That means you're going to execute. At 500 feet AGL, unlatch the doors. Say that we have a hard landing. We don't want our doors to be buried under the ground. So we cannot escape.
Got it.
Alright. Okay. Whew. Engine failure. Okay. First things first. Best gliding airspeed, 70 knots.
Alright.
Now second thing, which is my best place to land. What do you think my best place to land is? The field over there? Football field? I think the beach is the best place to land right now because I do not see anybody and I think it's safe.
I would say
so I'm going to pitch up to my best gliding airspeed, 70 knots. So I've got my airspeed under control. B is best place to land, that's the beach. C, checklist. Fuel on board, fuel shutter valves in, mixture is rich, throttles open, auxiliary fuel pump is on and mags on both. If the engine is windmilling, you do not crank the engine, you just leave the mags on both. D, declare 121.5, squawking 7700, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
121.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. You've got 21339er about 7 nautical miles east of Mammoth. Engine failure. Alright. Now I'm just gonna make sure my area is clear.
Brandywine traffic, Warrior 47436 is departing the pattern to the north. Brandywine.
Military airplanes don't show up on the radar, right?
What was that?
Military airplanes don't show up on ADSB.
Nope, I don't see it.
How come that one's flying too low?
Landing?
Yeah, that's going to my goal here. Okay, alright, let's concentrate on the engine failure.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm trying to restart the engine.
Yeah.
Gonna wait until 1000 feet, maintaining 70 knots. I only put down my flaps if I know, if I'm 100% sure if I'm going to make my landing place. Now, I have a long beach, so I can start putting my flaps down if I want to, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, flaps 10.
Okay.
Okay, let's say we are below 1000 feet and if the engine doesn't start, let's start to secure it. Fuel shutter valves out, mixtures cut out, throttles idle, auxiliary fuel pumps off, mags off. You keep the masters on. Why? Because you need the flaps. Flaps are electric, so you leave the masters on. 500 feet.
Mags completely off over here.
Yes.
Okay, got
Don't
it.
do it now. Yes.
No.
Unlatch the doors at 500 feet.
Unlatch the door at 500.
Yep, and that's your engine failure checklist. Make sense? Everything?
Right.
You try to restart the engine, you gave a mayday call. Right? Alright, so it's a good place to land, right? What do you think? You can make
good.
it?
I think so.
You're gonna do
I think we can, I think we can definitely make that beach without any problems.
Yeah.
.500 feet. 65, 60, 70. 70 right there.
Yep, it's my best gliding airspeed.
400 feet.
I can start putting my flaps down. Okay. Go around. Full power. power. Positive rate of climb.
Yes.
Flap 0. So it's A, B, C, D, E checklist. A is for airspeed, B is for best place to land, C is for checklist above 1000 feet and below 1000 feet. Above 1000 feet, you try to restart the engine. Below 1000 feet, you start securing the engine. D, declare 121.5, squawk 7700, mayday, mayday, mayday. E is for execute. That's it. Pretty easy.
Roger that.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a left. So whenever I practice engine failure, I just put the throttle to idle and just give 2-3 trips. So it just maintains 70, and I'm doing everything simultaneously. All right, I'm maintaining 70 knots simultaneously. I'm simultaneously scouting my best place to land. Simultaneously, I'm running the checklist. All right.
Yes.
And the checklist is pretty easy, even for restarting the engine, and even for securing the engine. From floor, go all the way to the up and to the left. If you are not able to by heart the checklist, you can use this. But then remember, you are looking through the checklist. You are flying the airplane. You have a situation, an engine failure. The best bet is to might as well by heart the checklist. It's gonna be much helpful for you. Yeah. Because trust me, then you're gonna look, okay, engine failure checklist, and you're gonna run the checklist. By that time, you're gonna be on the ground.
Yep.
So. Whew, engine failure. Alright, first things first.
First is first. Let's speed.
Yep, 70 knots, so let's give 2 trims.
Couple trims.
Yep, nose up trims.
Nose up trims.
So we can just maintain, it's automatically gonna maintain 70 knots for you, okay? Which is your best place to land?
Best place to land look right now like the beach.
Okay, so go ahead and start maneuvering the airplane towards the beach. Alright? Okay, C. Checklist.
Checklist. We're gonna try to start.
Yes, because you are at 1800 feet.
Correct. So fuel on both.
Fuel shut off valves
fuel
in.
shut off valve.
You're gonna try to restart the engine, right? You're at 1800 feet.
So we still starting to try to start.
So fuel on both. Fuel shut off valves in.
Yep.
Mixture is rich. Throttles open. Auxiliary fuel pumps on.
Yep.
Mags on both. If the engine is windmilling, you don't have to crank it. If the engine has stopped windmilling, start cranking it.
Correct.
All right.
Yep.
All right. A, B, C, D declare. 121.5. 121.5. Mayday, mayday, mayday. 21339er, 1500 feet. Engine failure. Squawk 7700.
0.
All right. Are you sure you're gonna make the beach? There's a breakwater.
See that?
Yeah. Okay. So it's up to you. You can still turn back. You have still altitude. So start thinking fast. Start thinking ahead of the airplane.
Let's turn back.
Okay. Let's turn back. Good. Good decision. So you gotta be thinking ahead of the airplane. What I'm gonna do after I get there. All right. Start scanning everything.
Yep.
You see any people? You gotta be away from it.
Yep.
70 knots.
Much better here.
Much better. You have a long coastline, so you don't even want to miss it, right?
Yep.
Let's keep the flap 0 because you have a long coastline, so you can run a couple of checklists and you can try to restart the engine too. All right, we are going almost below 1000. Start securing the engine.
All right, so
fuel shut off valves out. Make sure clean. Throttle idle. Fuel pump off. Mags off. Masters on.
Master stays on.
Yeah, at 500 feet, unlatch the doors.
Under 1000 now.
Yep. You put your flaps down? Up to you.
Still good gliding speed. 700.
also need
Feel
to
stable.
take in account the headwind. If you have a stronger headwind, you will be traveling less distance over the ground.
True.
Okay? If you have a strong tailwind, it's going to push you.
Yes.
So right now it's ground speed is 70, indicator is 70, so we don't have any winds here. Alright.
500, 400.
Yep, look outside 500 feet. Unlatch the doors.
Latch the doors. 400 feet.
Alright, you see them?
I see them.
Alright, don't scare them. You wanna bust them?
300 feet.
Alright, 300 feet. Go around. Trim, 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 trim. Nose down, nose down, nose down.
Nose down. Positive.
Yeah. Only when positive rate of climb. Flap zero.
Climbing. Flap 0.
Alright, my controls.
Your controls?
Do you think you can do it?
They feel good.
Yeah? Alright. So I'm going to climb to 2,500 feet. We are going to do a slow flight again. A power off stall, a power on stall, and we head to Mammoth for 1 or 2 touch and goes.
Roger that.
Yep. So when you're back on the ground, just let's say when you're driving back home or whenever you're free, just chair fly this. Okay, engine failure, A, B, C, D, E. Airspeed, best place to land, checklist. Above 1,000 feet, below 1,000 feet, declare, execute. Pretty easy, simple.
Yes.
Alright, here are controls.
Alright, controls. We going up to 2,000?
Yep.
Roger that.
Something's weird with the GPS altitude. It's showing in minus.
Oh, what the hell? Is the sentry on back there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think probably because we were too low, it wasn't able to get signals.
Yeah, probably.
And remember, when you're doing engine failure, don't get very close to the ground because part 91 says you have to be at least 500 feet from any vessel, structure or person. Whenever you're flying, wherever you're flying, you have to be at least 500 feet within distance apart. And when you're flying above highly dense city areas, like how do I know? Do you see these yellow things?
Yeah.
This means that these areas are densely populated. So you need to be at least 1,000 feet above it.
Roger.
Alright, Omar, when you're ready, you can show me a slow flight at 2,000. Let's do it at 2,000. And give me a heading north.
Slow flight is power.
Okay. Okay, come on, start thinking what do you need to do next.
Power.
Next.
Landing.
Flaps? Yeah, I think flaps.
Flaps, yes. Flaps 10,
definitely.
not below 10.
Below 85, 20.
Definitely 20.
Flaps
And
full.
Full flaps.
Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude.
Correct.
Okay, 55.
55.
Add some power, you're gonna lose altitude. Add some power. About 1800. You require about 18 to 1900 RPMs.
Got it.
Right, 55 knots.
Right.
See, if you would have been a little late, you would have descended. So it's all about anticipation. Alright, good. Power idle.
Idle.
Let's induce the stall. Hold the nose up. Hold the nose up. Hold it there. Okay, full power. Nose to the horizon.
Yep.
First notch of flaps immediately. Yep. Positive rate of climb. Little bit of right rudder.
Yep.
Little bit nose down trim. Little bit. Yeah. So you're not fighting with the yoke. Okay. Flaps 10. See how the airplane is losing lift. Flap 0. Hold on. Not right now. Okay. Now reduce power. Good. Started at 2000, finished approximately at 2000. Good job, Omar. You're doing well.
Get in there.
Okay. Can you show me a power on stall?
Alright, power on stall. We need to slow down to rotation speed.
Niner Foxtrot, golf is over Robbinsville, VOR 2300, doing holding procedures, Robbinsville. Bridge traffic, 5-1 uniform, 3 miles north and down 4536 bridge.
70, 65, 60.
Yep, full power. Look outside, pitching up, hold that right rudder, keep the ball in the center. Okay, stall.
Robbinsville traffic, Warrior 81 Lima, turning right crosswind for runway 29, Robbinsville.
Pitch, power trim. Miami traffic, 21339er, 6 nautical miles to the south. We'll be joining left downwind for runway 32, Mammoth. Good job, Omar. You're doing well.
We'll go to November 450 November. We're going to do a 360, descending 360, approximately 3 miles to the northwest. Delco.
Feeling better?
Feeling good.
Much confident controlling the airplane now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's say if we get into any emergency, you can land the airplane safely.
Bridge traffic,
Okay.
5-1 uniform.
Let's say if I give you an engine failure here, just for an example, alright?
Right.
Where do you think your best place to land is?
Right now.
Right now, yeah, think fast.
We're at 2000. Beach.
Nothing on the left.
Beach.
Beach, yeah, good option.
I'll take
Good.
the beach.
Or else how about the football field over there? It's empty.
Football field?
Yep.
So you, I don't like it. I think it's too short.
Yeah, okay, beach. So let's say if you...
At this distance, look at that. See that field over there?
Yeah, good,
right
good,
there.
yeah.
That's beautiful
Good,
right
good.
there.
So when you're flying, you're always looking around, you know,
Yeah.
to maintain situational awareness. So book the engine quits, you without thinking, you go to 70 knots and you head for the best place to land.
Yeah.
Now, let's say if that field was right underneath us, what do you do?
Can we go around?
No, you do not go far and don't, because you're gonna
Try to go as
miscalculate it.
direct
Yes,
as
yes.
possible.
You're gonna miscalculate it.
Right.
1000%. Don't go very far.
Gotcha.
Alright?
Alright.
So what do? Let's say if that was my best place to land. What do?
That
I circle above it.
a circle. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Circle above.
Circle above it.
Got it.
Don't think, okay, I'm gonna extend a little bit and then turn back. Yeah. You might miscalculate and not make it.
Yes.
Alright, let's say if our best place to land was over there, and if the engine was quit and the engine would quit, I would do a couple of circles.
Yeah.
Then I would treat it like in any other runway. Remember we did short approaches. I went power idle when we are upping the numbers. That's known as short approaches. Remember I told you when we lose an engine on the downwind, you gotta land with idle power.
Yes.
That's what you're gonna do.
Same.
You're there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, treat it like a runway.
Right.
Downwind, base, final, chip, you're done.
Got it.
Traffic, Warrior 81 Lima, turning final for runway 29, full stop.
Yeah, left turn heading 300.
We are going to join like a right onto the downwind.
Yeah.
Mammoth traffic, Cessna Skyhawk 37 Hotel, left crosswind, 32, Mammoth traffic.
You have the traffic inside on the cross.
Green Enter, Piper Archer, 7 miles from south, inbound for runway 27
Oh,
Linden.
I see it. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn behind it.
Yeah, we'll talk. All right.